Hello, dear students. Let's start with the chapter Periodic Properties. Before proceeding, first we should know why do we need to classify elements? As we all know that elements are the basic units of all types of matter. In 1800, only 31 elements were known, and by 1865, the number increased to more than 63. And now there are total of 118 elements which are known, and the research is still on. Most of these recently discovered elements are man-made. With such a large number of elements, it is very difficult to study individually the chemistry of all these elements and their other number of compounds individually. To solve this problem, scientists they found a new way, or you can say a systematic way to organize their knowledge by classifying the elements. Not only that, the periodic table it is a tool which is used to classify the known elements in groups, and it also helps us to analyze the periodic trend in various properties such as ionization energy, electron affinity, electronegativity, atomic radii, ionic radii, etc. that we will study later on. Now have a look at the historical background in the development of the periodic table. Periodic table it was originally designed by John Alexander Newland because in 1860s chemists they agreed upon a method for accurately determining the atomic mass of elements. John Newland he noticed that when elements they are arranged by atomic mass, they repeat properties every eighth element. So this relationship was just like every eighth note that resembles the first 10 octaves of the music. The Newland's law, which is called law of octaves, it seemed to be true only for the elements up to calcium. So Newland's law of octaves, it was criticized because of its association with music and but it gives others the idea of repeating properties, that is periodicity. And so more extensive work it was done on the periodic table by Dmitry Mendeleev. Dmitry Mendeleev he was born in Siberia in Russia, and his preliminary work for his great textbook Principles of Chemistry it led Mendeleev to propose the periodic law and to construct his periodic table of the elements. और उस टाइम पे स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ एटम जो भी था वो भी अननोन था और मेंडलीव का जो आइडिया था टू कंसीडर दैट प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ द एलिमेंट्स they were in some way related to their atomic masses, it was a very imaginative one. He was such a genius that in some places what he say he the correct group from the point of view of their chemical properties. Mendeleev reversed the order of some pair of elements and he asserted that their atomic masses were incorrect. तो मेंडलीव ने पीरियोडिक टेबल में कई जगह पे गैप भी दिए एंड बाद में जब उनको देखा गया तो वो बिल्कुल करेक्ट थे. That is why we said he is the father of the periodic table. He observed that elements are arranged in order of their increasing atomic masses, similar chemical and physical properties appeared at regular or periodic intervals. Exception placed tellurium, mass 127.6, ahead of iodine, mass atomic mass 126.9, because tellurium was similar to selenium and sulfur and iodine was similar to chlorine and bromine. These are the examples. Mendeleev's prediction for Ica silicon. It was made in 1871 and the element was named germanium and this was discovered at 1886, and you can see what predictions Mendeleev uh, made in 1871 before the discovery of that they are so similar. The atomic mass predicted 72 and it is found to be 72.5. Density 5.5, found to be 5.35. Melting point, he said high, it is 947. Color was even predicted before, it is the dark gray color, it is grayish white when it is found. और जो उसने फॉर्मूला दिया था ऑक्साइड का, उसने उस टाइम पे क्योंकि उसका सिंबल नहीं था, एलिमेंट अभी फाउंड ही नहीं हुआ था, तो ही सेड XO2। और जब ओरिजिनली जर्मेनियम को फाउंड किया गया, नाम रखा गया, तो वो जर्मेनियम O2। इट वाज सिमिलर, फॉर्मूला भी बिल्कुल सिमिलर था, इवन क्लोराइड का फॉर्मूला भी बिल्कुल सिमिलर था। There were some shortcomings in the Mendeleev's periodic table. The first one was about hydrogen. Hydrogen, it resembles alkali as well as halogens. So therefore, no fixed position could be given to hydrogen in the periodic table. Then isotopes. Isotopes of the same elements, they have different atomic masses. So then how can we keep them in a same position? It was not justified in Mendeleev's periodic table. देन अदर लिमिटेशन वॉज कि कई प्लेसेस पे जो एलिमेंट्स है हायर एटॉमिक वेट के, उनको लोअर एटॉमिक वेट वालों से पहले रखा गया। जैसे कोबाल्ट है, कोबाल्ट का एटॉमिक वेट 58.93 है, लेकिन इसको निकल से पहले रख दिया, निकल का 58.71 है। ये अगली लिमिटेशन थी मेंडली पीरियोडिक टेबल की। Then another was some elements placed in same subgroup, they have different properties like manganese. Manganese को halogens के साथ रख दिया गया, but manganese की जो properties हैं वो halogen की properties से entirely different है। So these were some of the limitations. So and after that, for this in 1912, Mosley, the name of the another scientist, in 1912, Mosley, he showed that the physical and chemical properties of the elements, they are determined by their atomic number and not on their atomic masses. So this result in the formation of a new law which is called modern periodic law, and it states that the physical and chemical properties of the elements are a periodic function of their atomic number. So the modern periodic table, it is based on the modern periodic law. There are many forms which are suggested. The most commonly used form of the periodic table is the long form of the periodic table. If we compare the both periodic tables, Mendeleev's periodic table given by Dmitry Mendeleev, the Russian chemist, and the modern periodic table by Mosley, the differences were in Mendeleev's periodic table, it has 8 groups and 6 periods, while in modern there are 18 groups and there are 7 periods. Transition elements, they were not separated in Mendeleev's periodic table, but they are separated in modern. Inert gases were not present, but in modern periodic table, inert gases are present in the separate group. Lanthanides and actinides, they were not present in Mendeleev periodic table, which are at the bottom of the periodic table. We will discuss it later in the modern periodic table. Position of element, that is group number, period number, we cannot be predict on if we see the Mendeleev periodic table, but they can be easily predicted from its electronic configuration itself in the modern periodic table. So Mendeleev periodic table, in the elements are arranged according to their atomic masses, and in modern periodic table they are arranged in order of the increasing atomic numbers. So these differences, they clearly shows the acceptance of modern periodic table over the Mendeleev periodic table. So this is the long form of the modern periodic table. So we will now discuss the structural features of the modern periodic table. There are periods. Periods, a horizontal row in the periodic table, they are called, it is called the period. And now you know there are 7 periods. If it is a horizontal row, mean this is period number 1, this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So there are total 7. और हर एक period जो है वो start होता है with a different principal quantum number which will be represented by small n. जैसे first period है. In the first period, it corresponds to n equal to 1. It is unique. Why it is unique? Because in the first period we have only 2 elements, one is hydrogen and the other is the helium. So पहले में सिर्फ 2 elements हैं. Then if we take into look at the second period, In the second period, it has the principal quantum number n equal to 2. That means there are 4 orbitals, 2s and 3p. 1s and 3p. And all these 4 orbitals, they are the capable of 8 electrons. So that means second period में हमारे पास 8 elements होने चाहिए. So let's count lithium, beryllium 2, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, and neon. So if we count it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Then if we move to period number 3, value of n is equal to 3. So that means there are 9 orbitals, 1 3s, 3 3p, and 5 3d. So it means that it should have 8 elements. So there are 8 elements: sodium, magnesium, then here aluminium, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, and argon. So similarly, when we move to group number 4, then in group number 4, again n is equal to, there is n is equal to 4, and there are, if we find, there are 18 elements in the group number 4, right? Then in group number 5, again there are, in group number 5 there are 18 elements. Now you know how to calculate it. 18 element means the next electron will fill to 5s, 4d, 5p. So s के कितने हो गए 2, then 2 plus 10 plus 6, we have 18. In group number 6 we have 32 elements, right? So these are including these transition elements all. And in group number 7 we have 32 elements, right? Some spaces are empty here which are still to be discovered. So properties of the elements, it varies as you move from left to right across the periods. So अगर हम वैसे देखें left में, in the left side, here when it is shown in the gray they are the metals. तो left side में हमारे पास सारी metals हैं. Metals are shiny, metals are reactive, and they are followed by non-metals. So non-metals हमारी कहाँ पे है? These are the non-metals which are shown by the green boxes. Hydrogen is also a non-metal, helium a non-metal. So non-metals, they are dull solids, right? And then there are metalloids also which have been marked with these blue color. So हर एक period के end में अगर आप देखो, in the end of each period we have the noble gases. It is ending with the noble gas: helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, and radon. Groups. A vertical column in the periodic table, it is called group, and there are 18 groups. So हमारे पास 18 groups हैं, and according to the IUPAC nomenclature, now we represent it like 1 to 18 in numerals. पहले कैसे करते थे? रोमन में 1 2, जैसे यहाँ पे पुराना भी लिखा हुआ है 3b 4b like that. Now you can see the group number 1, it starts from lithium, sodium, है ना? तो first जो group है, in the first group, these are called the alkali metals. Group number 2, they're called the alkaline earth metals. If you can see the first two groups on the extreme left like this, beryllium, magnesium, alkali and alkaline earth metals, इसमें क्या होता है, जो last electron है ये जाते हैं s में. And if you look at the extreme right, in the extreme right there are 6 groups: 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 and 18. These groups, they are p orbitals. In the last electrons fill the p orbitals, right? And in the center here there are the transition metals. They are called transition metals because in their one side there are metals and the another extreme there are non-metals, and these are like a transition state from metal to non-metals. That is why their name is transition. Transition means change in character from the reactive metals on one side to the non-metals from group number 13 to 18. Now there are two rows at the bottom of the periodic table. These two rows. These two rows, they are called the lanthanides and the actinides. These consist of 14 elements after lanthanum. Lanthanum, atomic number is 57, and 14 elements which follow actinium, atomic number 89. They are placed separately. Why they are placed separately? This is just to avoid undue sidewise expansion of the periodic table. अदरवाइज व्हाट विल हैपन, अगर हम इसको यहाँ पे डालते लेंथेनम के बाद तो क्या होता है, लेंथेनम इज हेयर, अगर ये वाला पार्ट यहाँ पे आता तो periodic टेबल जो थी उसकी शेप इट वाज वेरी इट्स डिफरेंट, ये सारा बॉक्स यहाँ पे आ जाता। तो वो जो स्पेस थी, जो अनडू साइडवाइज एक्सपेंशन हो रही थी, उसको अवॉइड करने के लिए इनको अलग से रखा गया है। एंड these lanthanides and actinides together they are called the inner transition elements. They're also called rare earth metals, and they are formed by filling the f orbitals. In terms of electronic structure of atoms, a group constitutes a series of elements whose atoms have the same outermost electronic configuration, but they have different number of electrons, total electrons. So elements like in group 1, it ends in ns1, right? If it is group 2 hai, to ns2. When it is group number 13, it is ns2 np1, 14 ns2 np2, 15 ns2 np3, 16 ns2 np4, 17 ns2 np5, and 18 ns2 np6. So electronic configurations can be determined from the position in the periodic table. Now come to nomenclature of elements whose atomic number is greater than 100. पहले क्या होता था कि जब भी कोई एलिमेंट को डिस्कवर करता था तो उसके नाम के साथ ही उसका नाम दे दिया जाता था. It was named after the name of the discoverer. But what happened? Now there were some clashes. So due to avoid this, IUPAC ने सोचा कि why not find a simple method so that we can officially give their names. So for that he recommended a nomenclature. What is that nomenclature? It is simple, like 0, we call it nil. In Latin language, it is called nil. 1 को Latin में कहते हैं un. पहला ना इसका लेटर ले लिया n, अन का पहला लेटर u है तो उससे ले लिया सिंबल एब्रीवेशन u. 2 के लिए क्या होता है बाय, फॉर 3 इट इज ट्राई, क्वाड, पेंट, हेक्स, ऑक्ट, एंड फॉर 9 इट इज n. अब नेम कैसे देना है कि डिजिट्स का नेम, जो डिजिट है उसका नेम, और हर एक वर्ड के साथ लगा देना है em, IUM. वी हैव टू यूज em. जैसे मान लो कि जो एटॉमिक नंबर है हमने फाइंड लिखना है 115. 115 के लिए लेट अस सपोज वी हैव टू फाइंड आउट कि हम इसको कैसे लिखें. तो इसको 115 में क्या आ रहा है, पहले 1 आ रहा है. 1 के लिए क्या है अन, वी राइट इट अन. अगेन इट इज 1, विल राइट इट अन, UN. प्लस देन इट इज 5, फॉर 5 हमारे पास क्या है पेंट, सो विल राइट इट पेंट, प्लस EM हमने साथ में लगाना है. तो नाम क्या बन गया अन पेंटियम. एंड सिंबल क्या बन गया, अन का पहले ले लिए U, पहला लेटर ऑलवेज कैपिटल, देन इट इज स्मॉल u, P से पेंटियम है तो इट इज P. तो symbol now become the UUP, right? Similarly, if we have to give the symbol to, let us suppose you have to give the name to 110, or you can say 106. let us say 106 के लिए नाम देना है तो 106 में आप 1 के लिए देखो, पहले 1 के लिए क्या आ रहा है नेम अन, UN. 0 के लिए क्या आता है नील आ गया. देन उसके बाद है 6 के लिए क्या आता है हेक्स, और एंड में क्या लगा EM. तो ये बन गया अन नील हेक्सियम. और अगर हम पहला लेटर देखें, फर्स्ट लेटर अन का U, नील के लिए स्मॉल n, देन हेक्स के लिए H, तो इसका नेम बन गया UNH. So in this way the nomenclature for atomic number 100 it has been done. And the elements in which the last electron enters the f orbital, which are placed separately, we already discussed, it is called the f block element. f block जो है, f block की general configuration है n-2, f1 to 14. We know that there are total 14 electrons, n-1, d0 or 1, ns2. So it means in which the last electron enters the f orbitals of their element, they are called the f block elements. So in these elements, the last electron is added to third to the outermost. So it is called anti-penultimate. That is why here we have written n-2. n-1 में क्या था penultimate था इसलिए n-1 था. f block में क्या है anti-penultimate है, so it is n-2. तो फर्स्ट सीरीज कहाँ से स्टार्ट होती है, फर्स्ट सीरीज इसकी स्टार्ट होती है यहाँ, ये वाली जैसे शो किया हुआ है लेंथेनाइट से शुरू होती है, लेंथेनम से, इट स्टार्ट्स फ्रॉम लेंथेनम. और सेकंड शुरू होती है एक्टीनियम से, इसलिए फर्स्ट सीरीज को हम कहते हैं lanthanide series, and the second is called the actinide series, or actinoids also, lanthanoids also the another name. So these are also called the inner transition elements because they form transition series within the transition elements of D block. है तो ये यहाँ पे, पर हमने स्पेस को करने के लिए ट्रांजिशन के अंदर है तो इनर ट्रांजिशन है, बट जस्ट अनडू स्पेस को हमने अवॉइड करने के लिए इनको यहाँ पे अलग बॉक्स में रखा हुआ है. सो दे आर कॉल्ड द इनर ट्रांजिशन एलिमेंट्स. So the D block, it consists of three complete rows of 10 elements and one incomplete row. These rows are called the first transition series, second transition series, and the third transition series. First transition series or the 3D series. So electron will enter into the 3D orbital. For scandium, the configuration is 3D1, 4s2, argon. Then titanium, argon 3d2, 4s2, like that. Up to zinc, it is 3d10, 4s2. 4D series starts from yttrium, atomic number 39, to cadmium, atomic number 48. Here the electron will fill to 4D. 5D series, it is lanthanum, third transition series कहते हैं, atomic number 57. Then there is second element is hafnium, and then it is mercury, atomic number 80. So in this, the 5D orbitals, they are filled gradually. So that's all for the lecture 1. Thank you.